Hey, we're here at our first annual Antelope Hunt Shooting School event. We're down here with GT Nunn Frontier Outfitters in New Mexico. We were booking through Cabela's tags. Pretty good event. We've got 2 days of shooting school and 2 days of antelope hunting. We're on a pretty neat little private ranch here, real pretty. A lot of grass, a lot of green. We've set up some targets out here at 500, 700, and 1,000 yards. We've got the guys set up on the benches. They're kind of learning how to use the BDC turrets, get adjusted, dial in, shoot the different ranges. We're dealing with some pretty good winds here, you know, down to 5, up to 10, 12 miles per hour. So the guys are getting exposed to those wind issues that we're going to have at shooting long range. Tomorrow morning in classroom, we'll cover some very specific techniques on how to dope and adjust for that before that first shot. And we're going to get these guys dialed in so they'll have an excellent chance at shooting a great big antelope out here in the high plains of New Mexico.
7mm Gunwerks rifles are used for every Long Range University. Every rifle is topped with a G7 5.5 to 22x50 scope, complete with Gunwerks ballistic turret.
Got it? Yes, that's in the white.
Gun, now all I have to do is, oh, I'm seeing rocks, so I must be high, so I just...
All right, you're 2 left and maybe 1 minute low.
Line everything up left and right. Now, here's the theory on cleaning, guys. The reason why we clean is because your gun will start to open up in groups, right? So your group size is going to go from sub half minute to maybe 3/4 minute to maybe a minute. So your groups get bigger. Then also as that those fouling deposits lay down on the barrel, it's going to increase the pressure, right? So as the pressure increases, so does the velocity. So we're going to clean because we want to bring our turrets back into where they're supposed to go, and we want our groups to come back smaller. So a couple things we can do with a nylon brush you can't do with a bronze brush is I can find my stop. It gets me just about out, but not all the way. And then when I come out, I can stop right there, and then that's fine. It doesn't drop down and run on the lands. So that brush is holding the rod centered. And then when I come back, forward, you can't reverse a bronze brush in the bore. Hey, we've got a lot of wind. We've got a pretty good little storm coming in this afternoon. It's about 4 o'clock, 4:30. We're going to shoot for a few more minutes, but everybody's been shooting pretty good. We've learned we're going to have to chase the wind left and right. That's usually one of my favorite things for guys to realize at a shooting school is that the wind plays the determining factor in our shot placement at distance. So we're dealing with anything from 5 to 15 mile an hour winds here. Guys have been shooting really good for elevation and just stringing their shots horizontally, but everybody's picking it up. We had really good mirages indicators. Tomorrow we're going to talk about some specific techniques that they can use to dope those in, and we're going to get out here and shoot off the real field shooting positions, prone, sitting. We'll make it count and see how good they do then.
Welcome back to Long Range Pursuit. On this week's shooting tip, Mike Davidson gives some tips on how to set up a factory rifle to shoot long range.
Over the next couple weeks, or the next couple episodes, we're going to show you how to take a factory rifle and just turn it into your long range gun. Now, there's a couple things you want to consider when you're doing this. Most importantly is probably what kind of rifle you purchase from the get-go. There's a lot of factory rifles that are going to shoot real good off the shelf, but we've had really good luck with like a Model 700 Remington. This is a Sendero model. The first thing we're going to do is change the trigger, and then I'm going to show you how to do a quick bed job on these things to just eliminate any first shot problems. So don't be scared. It takes one tool. We can have this rifle apart. We've got 2 action screws that we want to take out. We'll just loosen them up. And that's going to release this floor plate. We can take it out, spring and follower. And then inside you've got just a little magazine box. We'll take that out too. Then we're ready to take the stock off. So find the right size punch and a hammer, and we'll just remove the 2 trigger pins on the trigger. Now if you're not careful, springs and other pieces will go flying everywhere. That doesn't really matter because we're going to put a new one in. But if you want to keep track of them, just pay attention to what you're doing. right at 2 pounds. So once you have the trigger in, and you know, we've got this one set at a nice crisp 2 pounds, which is 3 or 4 pounds lighter than a factory trigger. This barreled action, we can just take it and set it aside for just a minute. The next thing we're going to do, now a lot of these stocks, especially now, are coming with a aluminum bedding block in them. This recoil lug area on this barreled action is what we want to secure in the stock here. We don't want it moving away from the block or migrating away. We want that thing to be in there solid. And so how we're going to do that is we're just going to use a little epoxy. And we're going to bed this recoil lug into this area here in the bedding block. So we'll do a little prep on our barreled action first. We're going to tape off the recoil lug. So you can see I've got the sides of my recoil lug taped off and the bottom taped off. We're going to leave the front and the back exposed. We're going to use some epoxy, and so we don't want the glue to stick to our recoil lug. We just want it to stick into the block itself. We want to be able to get this out if we need to. You can use some Accu-Release. This will just some kind of release agent to make it so this doesn't stick. And so we're going to just give it a good spray on there. And then also I like to spray, put a little on that screw that's going to go into that front area there, that front action screw. All right. Okay, and you want to do that before you mix your glue, because if you don't, sometimes you forget to do it all together and then you can't get it out. Depending on what epoxy you're using, just follow the manufacturer specs on that. If you don't like waiting, use an epoxy that dries quick. Just be ready for it. This stuff I'm using right here is kind of a 2-part mix. And so we'll have a little time. As soon as we mix it up, we'll have to get going. Now there's a tendency to put too much in there. If you do, it's going to just kind of go all over your stock and over the sides and everything. All we need to do is fill up that little gap there in the recoil lug area. So it doesn't take very much, just enough to fill up that hole. Now you can, if you want to take the time, bed the whole action itself. But if you have one of these rifles that has a bedding block in it already, it's probably not necessary. We can just do the recoil lug area. So we want to be able to get to that front screw. All right, we'll set that barreled action in there. Just like that. We'll take our bottom metal and then just tighten those screws up and we'll be good. Once the screws are in, we'll let this sit probably for a couple hours with this faster drying epoxy. Then we can come back and take it out of that and reassemble our gun. Okay, so we just pulled the barreled action out, and you can tell where we've put that bedding compound in there. That recoil lug's going to sit in there nice and snug now, and it's not going to move away from that block. All right, so let's go ahead and put this thing back together, and we'll tighten up those action screws. Now there's only a couple things you need to really pay attention to when you're putting this back together. We're going to put a certain amount of torque on these action screws. And the other thing that we really want to watch for is that our magazine box inside of our stock here can still move. We don't want that bound up in any way. So when we get our action screws torqued, it's a really good idea to just reach in there and see if you can still wiggle that magazine box just a little bit. It might not be very much, but just so it's not bound up. You don't want it bound up. Now we're going to tighten these screws up, and we want to get 70 to 80 inch-pounds of torque on these screws. We're on that aluminum, so it's not like we're going to over-tighten it or cause problems that way. If you're using pillars, aluminum pillars, it's about the same. If you're not using pillars, just an epoxy and a wood stock or something like that, you're going to use less inch pounds, probably around 40 to 60. Okay, magazine box is loose. We've got our all back together. We've got our custom trigger in there. We've got some epoxy bed in that recoil area. I'd say this thing's ready for a scope.
Welcome back. The second day of Gunwerks Long Range University covers advanced wind compensating techniques, range finding techniques, including the use of advanced technologies like the BR2 rangefinder, proper field positions, and more. The students in this class are paying very close attention as they seek to ace their homework assignment, an antelope hunt with Frontier Outfitting.
We've just come up, we found a good buck. He's got 2 does with him. They're starting to move off from us a little bit. It's really exciting. You know, first time. I mean, this is great. We're looking to, you know, get some good long range shooting going.
I've been out here maybe 30 minutes already, seen a nice buck, a couple does running here with my dad and Gary from Frontier Outfitters. Looks like it's already going to be a good day. Range?
It's 342 yards. You got right to left wind, 5 miles an hour. .342, take your shot.
Hit him. He's done. You hit him right there at the white.
Good. Put another one in.
Yeah.
And put another one in him if you can.
Oh, he's
never
down.
mind.
One shot kill, remember? What are you shooting, young man?
LR 1000 right there.
From?
Gunwerks. Woo! Let's go!
You probably clipped the heart and you didn't even know it.
Heck yeah, first New Mexico antelope right here. Just all in a day's work right there, but able to get a good shot on it. Had a good shot, went about 40 yards. Dead antelope to me. Can't get much better of a graduation gift than this. So Mom, appreciate you letting me come out. Dad, thanks for the gun. The team here at Gunwerks, that shooting school, definitely got me prepared for this. Frontier Outfitters, our guide Gary. It's a heck of a time. Definitely gonna remember this forever. So appreciate all y'all have done.
One antelope down with a great shot, 1 to go for this father-son team. Does a steady shot run in the family? Pay attention, Bruce Sr. is a bit trigger happy. Due to the excitement, the cameraman barely gets a video shot on the antelope. Don't blink.
Oh!
What was it, 480?
Yeah. I think he was about to move in 2 seconds too. That was good.
Right in front of camp. Woo!
Good job, everybody. Good teamwork.
Oh man. We picked up this one buck by himself, let him get over a ridge. We couldn't get up close enough to where we could see him, and then he got in with 2 does and circled around. When he did, that gave us a chance to get some elevation on him. He stopped at 475, 480. Mirage was pretty good, wind was pretty good. Put it on him. Gun works. It is what it says, gun works. It worked extremely well.
Congratulations to Bruce Jr. and his dad on their great antelope shots. Stay tuned as Gary KANE and Ronnie Harrison take a crack at performing well on their homework assignment. Welcome back to Long Range Pursuit. Gunwerks held their Long Range University paired with a hunting opportunity for antelope with Frontier Outfitting. The next two students are eager to perform well on their class homework, an antelope hunt.
There's a group of about 25 does out here, and they've got one buck in there that looks to be a shooter.
Range?
840.
Okay.
Oh, that's how we do it.
We dropped him?
Dropped him.
We dropped him? Woo. We dropped him?
Yeah, he's down.
I dropped a freaking antelope at freaking 800 yards.
840. Come here, brother.
Oh man, thank you. Must be the instructor.
Really cool.
Oh man.
Where's horns at?
Wow. Look at those cutters, man. Is that nice? One down, one to go. That's right.
We got a buck out here that, it's 10 o'clock on the second day, and Ronnie's gonna look at him and see if it's something look good on his wall, and we're gonna make a shot if so.
G.
550.
I guess that solved that.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, he went down.
He went down?
Yep.
Get on him. Get on him.
Where's he at?
He's on, just on that. On that.
He's
edge.
going down. There he goes. Good double on.
Down.
He did the old antelope run. Good shot. Right through the lungs.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, good shooting, huh?
Way to go.
Way to go.
Thank you, buddy.
That looked good. That was good watching.
I want to thank Aaron and all the guys at Gunwerks for building such a superb weapon and system, really, with the rangefinder and the scope and the ammunition and all like that. To gee, man, thanks for calling the shots for me, the range and the wind, especially the GT, man, GT Nunn.
Yeah,
If
congratulations.
you guys want to come on an antelope hunt, this is the place to be.
For more information on Gunwerks Long Range University, visit www.gunwerks.com. For opportunities to hunt in New Mexico with Frontier Outfitting, visit www.frontieroutfitting.com.
Hunting apparel for long-range pursuit provided by Sitka and Kenetrek Boots of Montana. License applications made through Cabela's Tags. Brought to you by Gunwerks, G7 Optics, Night Force, Hornady, Flatline Ops, and Caldwell Shooting Supplies.